What's up, you guys? This is Robert at ShyBearsPlus. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at ShyBearsPlus. Follow me right here. Subscribe on YouTube. Hit the like. Leave a comment. Share with your friends if you like it. Let's get into it. This week in Bears, a quick little video just about the things I've been hearing and seeing out there in Bears world and just some thoughts and opinions on it. Number one, I want to start off with the trade deadline. I just don't get why we want to do all this trading at the deadline. I get making moves and I understand most players in most positions, things like that. But like the very top, we're talking about quarterback, right? Why trade for a quarterback? Number one, he damn well better have played for Peterson or Nagy or Reed or been on one of those teams in the last couple of years so that he already knows the systems. Like at 6 or 7 or 8 weeks in, you can't expect a guy to come in and just lead you to the playoffs. Also, we're 3-4 with probably a pretty bad chance of making the playoffs already. It's not impossible. I mean, there's odds. I think it's probably under 20% that we're going to get in. And we do play some teams who are also going to be battling near the end of the year. So, I mean, there is a chance. I mean, I tried to say that if we lost last game, it's, pretty much right off. But there is a chance, so it gives me a reason to watch. Even when they suck, I'm still going to watch because I bleed blue and orange. But yeah, and then, people who want to go trade for a backup somewhere else who just got benched like Mariota. I mean, I like Mariota. I thought he was going to be pretty good, but how different is he from Trubisky? Are they not having like the same problems? Like, don't you want something a little bit different if you're going to be making a trade? And if you're going to make a trade for someone who you're for sure is going to be there. You have to give something up to get them. Draft capital. And these are the same people out there that are going, hey, well, Pace sucks, so he traded away all our picks. Okay. And then you go, yeah, let's trade all of our picks for a guy who's a backup on somebody else's team. I don't know. I'm totally cool, I'm saying right now, with letting Pace go ahead and take another crack at the quarterback position if this doesn't work out. But that's neither here nor there. It is what it is. Yeah, I just don't understand it. I don't understand like how trading for someone else's backup or someone who's not a starter. I mean, if Cam Newton was truly in the market, like I would have took Cam Newton over Trubisky, because you resign him and he's been a really good player, right? He's something special. You gotta make sure his health checked out and stuff. But I don't even think he was for sale. Like I don't really think Carolina was trying to trade like their marquee player. Although Christian McCaffrey has really turned out to be a superstar down there. But I could be wrong, and I don't know. I don't know everything. And I'm not trying to tell everybody else how to think. That's another thing I hate about Bears Twitter and Bears everything is, oh, you're dumb if you this, or unfollow me if you think that. That's silly talk. People can disagree. I'm just telling you what I think, and you guys do whatever you want. If you want to fire everybody, go ahead. I just don't see it, but it's cool. But yeah, at 3-4, it just doesn't seem like to make a lot of sense to try to get a savior quarterback to come in that's a backup on somebody else's team to take you to the playoffs that doesn't already know the system. But hey, man, c'est la vie. Next, speaking of the fire everybody, I don't want to fire everybody. I don't want to fire Pace. Yeah, he's had some great picks. He's had some great free agent signings. And he's made some mistakes. But I just wanted to point out, I just want everyone to remember how bad the drafting has been over the last 20 years before him. I feel like it's been better. But yeah, maybe he's taking some chances on some developmental guys, but it happens. 32 teams passed on Kittle for a couple of rounds. Sorry, guys. Things happen. It's really hard to evaluate what people are going to be at the next level. You look for traits, you try to make a list of traits that you like, and you got to sit there and hope that they develop and put the people in place. So that's where I'm at on that. I don't want the misery of rebuild. Like everyone thought that we were a playoff team this year, and we're close, and we're right around 500, and we still have a chance. I'd rather try to make some adjustments, a tweak a piece or here or there, because who's to say the next guy isn't going to come in and tear it down again? I don't want to tear it down again. I would rather try to continue, add to what you have. I feel like there's a very strong nucleus here, and move to the future. There's been unfortunate things, like if Burton would be healthy, and I don't know what's going on. If he sits against Philly again, dude, I don't know. I'm going to snap. Maybe I won't snap, but I don't know. Something's going on, and I don't know what it is. So there's that, right? I totally lost my train of thought. But I don't know. Do people love misery? Why do you want another rebuild? I just don't understand that. And then the Nagy narrative. People want him out of town. They want him in town. They like him. They hate him. Give him a chance. They'll give him a chance. But a lot of people are going at Nagy pretty hard, and he's made a lot of mistakes. In my opinion, I think he's a great CEO of the team. I think he's a great head coach. You know what? Even great head coaches that call plays end up delegating their play calling to other offensive coordinators, and it happens. And maybe he is just going to be a great coach, CEO, manager of a team, and maybe he doesn't need to take on the play calling. You could have your offensive coordinator run your system, and that's fine. I don't feel like play calling is a strong suit. And you know what? When you're in Kansas City, and everybody, didn't matter what play they ran, everything worked. Because you had Kelsey running out there, Hill running out there, a great O-line getting everybody time. It's made a lot of people look good. So maybe it's not so much Nagy that was doing so well calling plays over there. You know, and maybe he's not dumb. And maybe he's not a bad play caller. Maybe we don't have the personnel to run it. So we need to make some tweaks. So I don't know what it is, but I mean, at this point, let's not fire the coach of the year 8 weeks into this season and then start from scratch again. I don't think so. Maybe there needs to be some adjustments. If they need to be made, make them. Maybe he needs to man up and do the right thing and take a little bit less responsibility in the offense. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I'm willing to, at this point, you're 3-4. Like, I'm cool with forcing it now. Let's if we lose again, go full KC. But for the time being, let's play with the balance. And KC plays with more balance than we had with 7 rushes. So yeah, let's try to win a couple games. If we lose again and we're actually truly out of it, then go nuts, do whatever you want. But make a plan, and it needs to come up from Pace and say, hey, where are you going? What are you trying to accomplish? Are we trying to be KC? Are we trying to see what talent we have and maximize them? Because there has to be some sort of a maximizing of the talent from your head coach, right? So that's how I feel about that. I think that it's a lot easier when you got the players to do what you want to do. You can almost do anything. So when you don't have the players, you have to improvise. And he seemed to be unwilling to do that until last game. So let's see what happens. But when we're out of it, go nuts. See what Mitch got. Speak of Mitch, let him develop. I really don't want to be benching Mitch Trubisky. See what you got through the end of the year. At the end of the year, did you want to bring in a new quarterback in the offseason that you could not give draft picks up for if you don't have to, or you could just sign or make some trades like draft somebody, whatever you got to do. Just like doing it in the middle of the season at the trade deadline just doesn't seem to make a ton of sense to me. But yeah, you have a whole offseason to kind of get him into shape and get him going. And then, Mitch would probably be a really good backup. I'm not giving up on him. I'm not saying if Mitch is good or bad. I mean, you draft a guy who's unexperienced, and you need to get him experienced. You waste a whole year with Fox and that debacle where they run too much. Now we got a coach who passes too much. Last year, I mean, most people were agreeing. He was good enough to make a Pro Bowl as an alternate. He proved enough to people. If this organization said to stop running the ball, maybe fire everybody. Because what made Mitch really hard to defend was that he can make some throws, and then when all things went bad, he can run with his legs. It almost feels like they're making a conscious effort to not run the ball, which is crazy to me because that was the thing that bailed him out and got us so many first downs last year, is running the ball. You're taking away the magic of the kid. It's like telling Cam Newton not to take off. Michael Vick, don't take off. That's silly. That's crazy talk. So I don't know, and I'm not privy to inside information that everyone acts like they are. I don't know what the conversations are at House Hall about all of this. And I don't know what's going to happen, but as far as the timetable goes for Mitch Trubisky, I mean, you had to assume that was going to take 2 or 3 years to develop. The first year was a scratch. Nagy said it takes 2 or 3 years to really learn the offense. So you kind of got to give him that time. And you know what? It's time to, we have to, just because the Bears' defense is so good, or was so good, that it moved everybody else's timetable up. But Pace's timetable might not be the same as yours. The Bears organization's timetable might not be yours. Nagy's timetable might not be yours. We might be all on different timetables, and yes, it's frustrating. But you have to let the things develop before you just go ahead and pull the trigger because you're not happy after 7 weeks. 7 or 8 weeks does not make a season. But I'm not saying that Trubisky's going to end up being great. He might just be pretty darn average and good enough to win sometimes. And it is what it is. You always got to get better. So, and I don't know. I'm just willing to let things play out because, I mean, at this point, 3-4, less than 20% chance to win, get to the playoffs. You might as well just see what you got. See what he turns into. But, yep, that's my This Week in Bears and how I feel about the organization moving forward. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Smack the like, tackle the like, do all that crazy stuff. Leave a comment, share with your friends, and subscribe. Tap that bell so you don't miss any content. Bear down.